Good evening and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to F1 Manager and to our Maserati series. I hope you're doing well, ready for the weekend, and we are back for another stream. And this time we're heading to Baku. So it's the full race in Baku in tonight's stream. And let's hope we can get as good as a result as we did in Monza, because that was our best result of the season, of the series in fact. So we're hoping to repeat that here. But as you can see, Maloney's not had the greatest of qualifying. We have actually got good car parts on, so we've atoned for our errors there. So he has been running good car parts, but that didn't stop him having a poor qualifying. So his setup was a couple of percent off Colapinto, but nothing major. So not sure what happened to Maloney. Didn't have any traffic, just did not have the pace and was knocked out in Q1. Colapinto got all the way to Q3, but we did use a scrub set of tyres in Q3 because we wanted to save a set of softs, so he didn't go any quicker than 10th. But still good to start in the top 10 for Colapinto. So he starts 10th, but lots of work for Maloney to do. Hello, Addy. Hello, you viewed. Hope you're both well. Glory, glory, man. Night, beautiful day, Callie. Yes, that was it was a nice evening in the end. It was a little bit worrying up until we got that equaliser with Mount, because you're thinking, even though we had a 3-goal lead, with them going 1 goal up, you're thinking if they make it 2-0 on the night with 20 minutes to go, that's going to get very tight. So yeah, it was an easy night in the end, but wasn't the whole story, was it? But glad that we've got it done in the final against Spurs. That's going to be very nervy. A week on Wednesday, so 21st. Looking forward to that. Fingers crossed we can win it. I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be a difficult game. Could go either way. But you can't be losing a final to Spurs, can we? And Juvu, yeah, hope you're doing well, buddy. So in terms of strategy, it's going to be the same set of compounds, but we're mixing it up a bit. So Colapinto is going to start on the softs, then go medium, then finish on softs. Maloney's starting on the mediums, and as you can see, he's running a lot longer, up to lap 26. So Colapinto be in around lap 18, 17, 18. Maloney, lap 26, and that's because I want to try and take advantage of some safety cars. One stop not possible. The one stop is just so much slower. So if you look at, you basically are losing the pit stop time of a one stop. Even with the medium and hards, it's the same. So the one stop just isn't worth it unless, as I say, if there's a safety car early on, he can take advantage of it at any point. So, you know, he's got the advantage of starting on the medium. So if we get a safety car, we might swap him over to the hards. We'll see. So we've got potential for it, but he's going to go long on the mediums, and that's the reason we've gone long, to see if we can take advantage of a safety car. Good chance of it in Baku, but now I've said that, there probably won't be one, but let's wait and see. So it's 20th for Maloney, 10th for Colapinto. Let's check we're ready to go on the driver options. We are indeed. You viewed, yeah, all good. Ramen noodles for tea, spicy, but good spicy. Loving it, loving it. Right, let's crack on then. Get underway in Baku. See where we can go. See if we can get a double points finish. It's going to be a lot of work for Maloney to do.
And it won't be long until we get this race underway. Here we go with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Let's get underway then in Baku. We've got 4 lights, we've got 5,
and it's lights out,
and it's Max Verstappen that gets us underway, which tends to happen a lot. He's putting on pole a lot, but he isn't always converting into wins here in 2025. Colapinto has got pressure from Stroll on his outside. He's going to try and see him off. And Franco still battling with Stroll then. Maloney stayed in P20 as well, and it looks like Colapinto has won that battle with Stroll. Let's have a look at tyres. So no hard runners. No one's got a hard on. Unintended. And yeah, just about, I'd say most on the softs, but yeah, majority on the softs, few on the mediums. And Maloney has got past Ocon there.
Like that.
Oh, we love it. We love it, Zane. Are you a fan of the track in Baku? Actually, I'm not a fan of getting street circuits and city circuits all over the place, but Baku, I don't mind. I think it is a circuit that has got overtaking available to it, and that's the main thing we want for any track. So that tends to be why I don't like these street circuits, because they're, you know, a lot of them are very hard to overtake. But in truth, I don't care if it's a street circuit or a more traditional circuit, as long as it promotes good racing and overtaking. And I think the races at Baku are pretty good, so yeah, I don't mind Baku. Alright, so Maloney got past Ocon. Maloney is on the medium, so he's now got soft runners all around him here. Tyre Deg isn't aggressive at all round here.
Try to slow down a bit.
Alright, let's just ease off on the battery. Gasly's got a mechanical fault.
DRS enabled. Gasly in front of you.
Yeah. Right, where are I? 10th and 19th.
Is 1.5 from you.
Hold on. Hold on, bear with me. Right, Colapinto still P10 here. Hold on, I've just lost my chat, so just hold on with me. There we go. There we go, that's back. Right, so Colapinto P10, Maloney P19. And we're just staying in the DRS of Alonso. What we need to do, Maloney's dropped out of Behrman's though, so that's not ideal. Needs to go long on these mediums as well.
Try to cool down a bit more on your tires.
Colapinto replaced Jack Doohan for the next race. Did you hear? Yes, I did indeed. I think that was always on the cards, wasn't it? Always likely to happen. So we'll see how he goes. Just wouldn't like to be in that team, to be honest with you. It's a bit toxic, it feels, Alpine at the moment. Right, Maloney, I think he's going to be under pressure here from Ollie Behrman. And he's got not Ollie Behrman, Tsunoda. Ollie Behrman's ahead of us, sorry. It was Ocon in the other Haas behind us. And it's Tsunoda who's going through on us. Tsunoda crashed in qualifying. That's why he's so low down the grid. Colapinto remains in the DRS. And he's... he won't have DRS now, though. It's because he's fighting, so he's back past Hulkenberg. So swapping and changing there. Colapinto just remaining in 10th then. Looks like he's going to have a battle on his hands to stay there. Sainz riding high in P7. Maloney's just kind of going about his business as well.
We need to increase slightly a bit more the lift off. Copy.
Flavio probably back in F1 too. Yes, Oaks. Yeah, Oaks is gone. I feel for Jack, but it's not like his performance has been something to write home about. Yeah, I think the problem is it puts so much pressure on him anyway. It was... as we have Albon all over us, so it looks like we're going to move down to 21st here with Maloney. Yeah, Doohan as Stroll gets past Colapinto.
Now this was on the straight.
He's got this done way before the DRS zone. Lance Stroll.
And that's 10th place and up into the...
Yeah, there we go. Hold on, I'll come back to the chat because we've got action on here. And Maloney could be moving down to 21st shortly. Going to be hard to defend this. Colapinto staying in the DRS with Stroll. He's got to do that. Try to fight for at least a point here. And, well, Maloney does hold on to that. Yeah, as I was saying with Doohan, he was put under so much pressure before even having a race, wasn't he, with Franco. It always seemed like they wanted to get Franco in the car. And yes, Doohan's not really performed, but it didn't help. I don't think the environment's helped him. As Albon's having another look at Maloney. Looks like he's going to get it done this time, is he? Maloney still fighting it well, though. We've not even got him on always defend, but let's whack that on now.
Try to stay ahead.
And Maloney's defence has been good all year, to be fair. That's something he's been very good at. But Albon really needs to try and get this done. He's on the soft tyres. We're on the mediums, and Albon finally through. What I'm going to find interesting is really Franco Colapinto in that team, because I think at Williams, he had a really nice environment culture. Obviously, being bedded in by James Vowles there at Williams. He's building a really good culture, and that's going to help any young driver. It's going to be very different for Colapinto at Alpine. And he had a fair few crashes, Colapinto and Williams, so if he starts doing that in Alpine, then, no, who knows? Because he's not been given the full season, is he, either, Franco? I think it's for the next 7 races, which is odd. So, yeah, we'll see on that one. House tyre wear compared to others. Maloney, mediums, looking very good because he's going to try and go longer on those mediums. Colapinto, his softs in and around the leaders, better than those behind him. So, Colapinto there or thereabouts. Maloney's a lot better because he's going longer on that first stint. Did he lose the DRS, Maloney, there? No, we haven't reached the DRS line, that's why. And here we go, he does have DRS then. Is he going to try and reclaim 20th place on Albon? That was a long way back. Maloney was from a hell of a way back. And Albon holds on. We're getting another helping with the DRS here now, though. Trying to use Albon to pull us towards Gasly and Behrman. Get Maloney back in this fight because he's lost 3 seconds on that pack. Colapinto is back past Lance Stroll.
Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. Can they squeeze by?
Nice move from Franco. So Colapinto, 3 seconds cut adrift. Sainz is doing well to start up there, isn't he? What's Sainz tyres? 79%. Wonder if Sainz will come backwards. Piastri's started the race with an issue, so it doesn't seem to be affecting him too heavily. We're going to need a little something to happen ahead of us, I believe, to secure points. We might still have a battle for 10th, but my concern is Tsunoda coming through the pack, and he's now only, what, 3-4 seconds off Colapinto. Tsunoda in a much quicker car, so you'd fancy him to take 10th, so points might be difficult for us today. But we've got to see.
And mode attack.
See what we can do. Let's just push these
Overtake
on.
available.
Try and get him back into that DRS. As always, if you are jumping in the stream, if you haven't already, do me a massive favour and smash that like button. Super appreciated. Now Colapinto's got Lance Stroll all over him again. Hulkenberg just about got the DRS there. And Maloney did, well, he kept the DRS on Albon, but he's looking like he's going to make the move on Albon again. And he is back into P20, but they have shaved that time to Behrman, which was over 3.5 seconds, now down to 2 seconds. So they're chasing and they're closing in on the back of that pack again, which is good for Maloney's race, especially being on that medium tyre. Next medium is Hadjar and Lawson, both RBs on the medium, as Albon's going to move back past us. They're in 14th and 15th, using 8% and 9% more tyre life than us. So Maloney might surprise a few later on in this race. All depends if we get a safety car and where that might fall. And here we go, Colapinto and Stroll continue their battle. Tsunoda is now in 13th, and he'll probably have really good pace now. So, as I say, we're going to need something to happen ahead of us, because Colapinto hasn't got the pace of those ahead. Although Sainz has used a lot of tyre life. He's used 6% more tyre life, so Sainz might come backwards. So let's just say Tsunoda gets into the top 10. would be 11th, but yeah, we might be fighting Sainz then for P10. Sainz and Stroll for P10, I feel. I think Hülkenberg will drop off this. He's just benefiting from the DRS at the moment. So yeah, I'm feeling it might be a Sainz and Stroll battle for Colapinto for P10. And perhaps Maloney. He's not a million miles off, is he, Maloney? He is 15. He's 10 seconds off his teammate, but he's on the slower tyre on this first stint. So let's see what we can do. But here we go with Stroll and Colapinto yet again. Has Maloney... Yeah, Maloney's kept the DRS on Albon, so that's good. And they're right with Behrman now, as Stroll does make that move. So here we go. They've caught up to Ollie Behrman. Behrman's lost the DRS, but we're going to be too far back here. Can we take advantage? Albon's lost a lot of speed there. Ooh, late move there. Cutting us off. Nick Stevens, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. Hope you're well. Oh, yeah, we're not going to be in a position to make a move there, but good thing is we're right on the tail of them. Piastri's issue is getting worse. And we can have a look at what that Piastri issue is. And it is a gearbox issue for Oscar Piastri. So who knows, if that gets very severe, we might have a chance with Piastri as well. So certainly a chance of points here.
Keep focus on our race.
Hülkenberg very much staying with us though, isn't he? What tyre life is he on? 77%. They're on the mediums. That's a bit worrying actually, isn't it? Yeah, that is worrying that they're both on the mediums. Might have to try and break this DRS, I think, actually, here. I need Stroll to get past us and for us to get the DRS here. I can't remember the detection zone is. Is Stroll getting the DRS or are we? If we're getting it, then we'll really continue to push here. We've got it. Right, so we need to push. I'm going to try and attack, push the battery, try and break this DRS to Stroll. I'm going to use a bit of the pace in the car now. Undercut maybe, yes, certainly. I think if this continues, we'll undercut. They are using a lot of that tyre life, but as I say, there's not too much difference in the tyres here between medium and soft, and there's not much deg, so yeah, we'll certainly want to try and get in before them. I thought I was seeing rain there. I've just... I thought I saw some rain trickling down. I'm seeing things now. Yeah, maybe I didn't. I thought I saw some rain there, but I'm losing my mind. But there's not going to be rain. Yeah, undercut, definitely. Good team name, British Aero Race. A racing play on British Aerospace. Like it. That's a fish, isn't it? Alright, Colapinto trying to push. They have dropped Hülkenberg, which I thought would be the case if we push this pace, but not quite Stroll. Stroll is just about staying in there. And he's going to get the benefit of a tow down that long straight. We'll keep using the battery. But we're not going to have much battery left. And I think Stroll is going to stay with us basically here. 1 point. It is 1.2, but as I say, he'll close that back up, I'd imagine, here on this straight. Even though he's not got DRS, just such a long straight. Get a lovely tow. Maloney. Good time to join him as he's side by side with Ollie Behrman. Albon's not made too much more progress. As we continue side by side, we should get some DRS here. No, we don't, because we were actually ahead. So that's not going to help us. It's going to help Ollie Behrman retain that position. A bit frustrating there.
No problem, no problem.
Nick, thanks for the follow. Alright, Maloney. Colapinto, yes, he strolled straight back into that DRS, so we can't really shake Stroll.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was
but he is attacking on those mediums, Stroll. As Alonso's got an issue. Got a yellow flag. Is that Alonso?
And we've had a crash on
Yes,
track.
Alonso's crashed. Fernando with Lando Norris here. Oh, just runs out of road. Tanks the barrier.
Yeah.
So Alonso's lost the DRS to Norris. How much is that damage going to cause him to lose time? Is his end plate missing on... Yeah, it is. He's missing an end plate, so he's going to lose some aero off that car. Gap is 2.4. We'll see if we start to close that. Well, that is good news for us. Alonso going into the wall. Colapinto just about keeping the DRS gap to Stroll, but he'll be back with us soon. Maloney's now in a bit of a DRS train. See, this could be where the one stop does really work, because let's just have a play about here. See, it says that's quicker, but that's not accounting for the traffic we're in at the moment, so we'll keep him on the original plan, but if not, we can switch him to that, and we can go medium softs. As Alonso, in fact, has to pit with that damage. So that's going to be a very long pit stop. And Alonso might be out of contention of the points with that damage and that pit stop. Promotes Colapinto to P9 momentarily as Stroll is back with us, trying to claim that position off us. But it is P9 for us.
Albon in front.
And Maloney has got past Ollie Behrman now. Finally. Maloney's had a few battles with Ollie Behrman across this year. And there we go. And he's obviously passed Alonso as well. So Maloney up to P19. Colapinto P9. He's got Tsunoda and Stroll still behind him. Sainz is now the car ahead. Down to 56% tyres, Sainz. So at the moment, we've just got this fight for Stroll going on. Tsunoda is now past Hulkenberg. Tsunoda's tyres 61%. Who's going to be in first then? Probably Behrman at the back here. Yeah, probably Behrman at the back. Right, Colapinto's going to be under pressure again. As Maloney kept DRS, he has. That's fine. Just need to keep Maloney there. Maloney's in it for the long haul. But here comes Stroll again. This battle has, well, been the whole race basically so far. Stroll and Colapinto. There we go again. Stroll's going to get the DRS, of course. I wonder if we can undercut, as we say, Stroll. He's actually using more tyre life than us, which is interesting being on the mediums. Very interesting. He's on the mediums using more. Piastri's fault is getting worse. That could again be good news for us. And Colapinto going to return the favour to Stroll again.
Do your best.
And these two continue to battle then. But yeah, as I say, Stroll's on that medium. He's actually used 2% more though, so he's really attacking on that tyre. What is the pit loss here? 19 seconds, 20 seconds. So 38. Yeah, at the moment we'd be out around Alonso and Behrman. Which is not ideal. Kind of need these guys to pit, and that will open up a space for us to undercut. That's what I've got to hope for. Leclerc leads, Verstappen second, Russell third. Russell's on the medium, so he's in with a good shout. Here we go again. We're going to have Stroll all over us. Maloney's got a good chance on Albon. As we know, Colapinto and Stroll are going to continue to swap positions. So let's jump on board with Maloney. As Albon's got no DRS here. This is a good chance for Zane Maloney. Moving to P18. Stroll is pitting now. That's very early. He was at 60% tyre life. Stroll has gone very early then.
At the moment, you are doing a very good job on tires.
We've got DRS, but that Williams looking a bit like a rocket ship. We're not gaining. We've come from a long way. Only problem here is we're giving DRS. Oh dear, we had Stroll inside of us. Unlucky for us. Stroll has come out right behind Maloney in this fight, which is bad news for Stroll because we can use Maloney to hold him up here. And Maloney is trying to stay in front of Alex Albon.
You are doing a very good job
And
there.
he can't quite finish the job. Come on, Maloney. Right, there we go. Maloney has passed Albon. But yeah, Stroll takes a very early stop, so we can't undercut him now. And, but he's come out in P19.
Mode attack, mode attack.
I don't see why he went so early there, Stroll. That was too early. User Pito5, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Alright, Maloney. Let's see, this is the problem. We can't really shape them. And we're going to use a lot of battery by doing so, but we need to try and get to Bortoletto now. Bortoletto is going to pit soon, so is doing. We're going to see a bit of pit stop activity very shortly. But Maloney is going to have Albon all over the back of him because we've got no DRS to defend with at the moment. But yeah, I can't see how that's going to work for Stroll. Sonoda is on to Colapinto. So Sonoda, we are expecting to get past, and we're not really fighting Yuki Tsunoda, but he hasn't got... He didn't really clear Hulkenberg, has he? Took him a while. He's trying to watch two fights here. I think Albon's going to get back past Maloney. This is the problem around here. It's really hard to break that DRS, as it is with a number of tracks. Bortoletto and Behrman both pit. And Colapinto has held on to the position for now. What lap are we coming in? Lap 17. Probably want to try and use some of this tyre life now. And there we go. Alex Albon slips back past. But Maloney continues to fight it.
Do your best, man.
We're having a lot of fighting so far in this opening 13 laps. And Maloney going to come back through. Right, Albon down to 45%. Doing 41. Gasly 48. They've got a few more laps in them if they want it. And Maloney now up to P16. But he is 17. He's nearly a pit stop behind his teammate. Leon, come on, Maloney. Yes, indeed, buddy. Hope you're well. So, Colapinto remains ahead of Sonoda. Leclerc is into the pits now.
Tires update.
But surely Sonoda is going to get past Colapinto this time. He's all over the rear wing. He's going to open that DRS. And he will be getting past us. Aquidi, thanks for the follow. So yes, Yuki Tsunoda, DRS open then, and he is going to move into P9. Not really fighting Yuki. We'll try and stay with him, try and fight that back. Maloney is going to have Albon again all over him. As we can see the two Alpines up the road. And we need to try and get to them and use the tow and DRS. 1.4 to them. They're doing down to 38%. Tyre life is really good on these for Maloney. And we are fighting Yuki Tsunoda back. And Colapinto. they're side by side, but Colapinto is back from P9. So yeah, Yuki's not really making progress quickly as one. Sainz down to 36%. He's going to have to come in soon. I still feel we can fight Sainz later on in this race. I could be completely wrong on that, but... Right, Maloney's caught up with the Alpines. Is he going to go for it through here? No. I just want to look at Stroll's lap time compared to Colapinto. Yeah, he's going slower, Stroll. Half a second slower, so that's not worked out for Stroll at all. And Stroll's already used 11% of that new tyre, so that's working out quite well for Colapinto against Stroll. Oh, Maloney, that's getting very tight, but he's through on Doohan. He won't have DRS though on Gasly.
Good job.
As Sainz has developed a problem as he comes into the pits.
In front of you, there is Gasly.
Gasly's the car in front. Problem is, Doohan's got DRS on us. Is Doohan going to jump into the pits here, though? He may well do, you know. No, he's going to stay out for one more. If he keeps Stroll behind, that would be very nice. But are they getting ahead of us? Maloney, Stroll on the inside. Now Stroll is going to have a really good chance against Maloney. Got to try and use some battery here. Keep holding up Lance Stroll, which is helping out Colapinto. Tsunoda back past Colapinto. Sainz has stopped and out in P11. And he's got clean air, so not good news for Colapinto on that one.
And what's that?
Albon's had a pit stop issue. Not good for Albono. But Maloney is still keeping Stroll behind him. And this could well be worth a point for Colapinto, holding him up like this. And we're going to get up to Pierre Gasly next. And the next three cars don't necessarily need to come into the pits for the next between 2 to 5 laps. So, Stroll has definitely got work to do. Vanessa, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Using a lot of battery there. Can we just edge?
Try to close the gap now.
Really needed that DRS. Come on. Come on, we've got to get this DRS. No, he's not going to get it, I don't think. Ooh, we might just get it. Stroll is really pushing. We've got no battery here. That's going to help Stroll. Tsunoda jumps into the pits. Sainz's fault getting worse quite quickly, unless that's a secondary fault. Did we get DRS? No, we didn't. So that is not going to help us here. Stroll's got a great chance now to get past Maloney. But he's not going to make the move there. Right, Colapinto, we need to get in next lap. He's got Hülkenberg all over him. Right, Maloney. With Stroll. Stroll looks like he's going to get this done finally, but Phil Stroll's lost a lot of time there. He's used 19% of his tyres already.
Okay, do your best there.
And he's finally past Maloney. Right. Colapinto. Yeah, Hülkenberg won't go away, will he?
Try to cool down as much as possible.
Struggled to get rid of Hülkenberg in this race. Sierra, thanks for the follow. Can we drop him? We are dropping him now.
Maximum level of liftoff.
Right, so Colapinto is going to be boxing next lap. Maloney's now got Tsunoda behind him as well. But he's not got the pace now. Maloney's dropped off Stroll, so that's going to be easy work for Tsunoda, you'd imagine. Hamilton in, Russell in, Hülkenberg in, Lawson is out. And we've got a safety car. Safety car. Going softs. I think Colapinto's already past the pit entry, isn't he?
and box. Box is lap.
Lawson's crashed.
Let's
Lawson's
have
had
a
a
look at
big
the action.
one.
It's all at the final corner. And unable to do anything
Oh, he's just
about
hit
that
the
crash.
wall,
Now,
fighting.
their confidence will have taken a hit with that.
Didn't look on his near side, on the right-hand side. He's just clipped the wall. And Liam
clearly
Lawson
there,
is
not what
out.
everyone-
And Maloney has got a great chance here to capitalise. Hulkenberg was into the bits as well. So Lawson is out. Colapinto will still benefit, I think. So I don't think they've caught the safety car, have they? Or have they? Let's wait and see. So still need to pit Colapinto. Coming in early with Maloney, though. Stroll is stopped again. Fair enough. Piastri's mechanical fault getting worse. Maloney's out in P14. Started the race in P20. So he'll take that. Stroll's gone on the hards till the end.
At the moment, they are P14. Stroll in front.
Don't like the hards round here. That's why I've not gone for the hards. Right, let's get Colapinto in as well. Is he still going to capitalise? Verstappen is in. Antonelli and Norris in. Piastri in. Right, here comes Franco Colapinto. Hopefully a clean stop here. Stops on his marks. 2.7, that's good enough for us. So did Hulkenberg benefit more from that safety car than us? No, we stay ahead of Hulkenberg, which is good news. And we stay ahead of Tsunoda and Alonso and Stroll as well. That's worked out quite well for us there. What is Hulkenberg on? He's on the softs. I think most people are going to stop again, apart from maybe Stroll's going to try and not stop again. We shall see. Right, everyone bunching up behind the safety car, and I don't think anyone had been lapped to this point, had they? Might be in at the end of this lap, you know? No? Yes, it is.
Safety car will be in this lap. Do your best, Herman.
Here we go then. Leclerc is going to choose when to bolt then.
Try
As
to
the
close
safety
the gap
car's
with
in
the
with
car.
green flag racing. Leclerc hasn't gone yet. Still hasn't gone, Leclerc. Now he's gone. Leclerc gets underway then. That's a good restart. I think he's got Verstappen right on him, but no, Leclerc gets a good restart. Colapinto then restarts in 9th. And Maloney P14. So not too bad there for us, especially for Maloney starting P20. He's now up to P14. And Colapinto is fighting with Oscar Piastri. Piastri's struggling with an issue. And he's past Piastri and he's having a look on Carlos Sainz, who's also got an issue. Here we go, Colapinto. Ooh, nearly making 2 moves there. But not quite for Franco. So, Liam Lawson out then, clips the wall, causes a safety car. Colapinto benefits, but I think Maloney got more of a benefit. I'm going to stop again probably with both drivers here. And Maloney's going to go softs. And Colapinto currently on the medium, but he will finish on the softs as well. So what's around us here? We've got, yeah, mixture again, haven't we? So due to go now to lap 37, and we need to sort the strategy out
Good job there.
for Zane Maloney because it's reset. So there we go, and it'll be lap 34 for Maloney then. As Maloney gets past Stroll. And Colapinto having a good look now at Carlos Sainz. Can we make this move on Carlos? Yes, we can. Can we keep it? That's another question, but Colapinto is free for now. And he moves up into P7. No DRS, of course, on this safety car restart. But they are going to get a hell of a tow off us here. Maloney's used quite a bit of battery already. Colapinto a little bit more in reserve. But here we go. Colapinto's got Sainz on him. Hulkenberg on him.
DRS
Piastri's
enabled.
dropping backwards. Really struggling with that issue, it looks like. DRS now enabled. They will get it on this second DRS zone. As Gasly's fault is getting worse as well. A few cars starting to struggle. Colapinto, this is the second DRS zone then. As you can see, the rear wing opens on Sainz and Hulkenberg behind
keep
us.
doing your
We use
best.
a bit of battery to pull away here. Sainz from a long way back there. Ooh, nearly tagging our rear wheel, our left rear wheel there, but get away with it. But the gap in the top 6, 2.8. We're not fighting that top 6. Piastri in amongst this because of his issue, but certainly points are viable now for us. But it's going to be a long slog all the way, I think, with Sainz here, and potentially Tsunoda and Piastri, depending if Piastri's fault is severe, that he's not going to go forward. Let's have a look at that again for Piastri. So it was a gearbox. Oh, he's got gearbox and ERS. So yeah, Piastri, I'd imagine, is not going to be a threat now. He's got a gearbox and an ERS issue. He's down to P11. As we come away from Sainz and Colapinto, but we can see Piastri ahead of us here. Because they're now the cars ahead of Maloney, Alonso and Piastri.
You are P13. In front now you have Alonso.
Right, Sainz gonna have a good chance to get past us here. DRS, of course.
Behind you there is...
We've got no
strong-
DRS to defend with. I've got a bit of tyre life to play with both drivers, I think, so we'll keep on attack for now. Carlos Sainz, DRS open then. Hulkenberg, we cannot get rid of Nico Hulkenberg this race. He's having a hell of a race for Sauber, who are yet to score this year. Have they got a chance to get a point this year? Ooh, Sainz has to get out of it. And Colapinto remains in P7. He's got a lot of pressure from behind. So I think Tsunoda really is the car that will probably end up in P7 here when this is all said and done. And Sainz on the inside. Colapinto, though, is determined to stay in P7, and he does for now. Dan, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Right, Maloney. Let's just have a look at his tyres. One would burn them up too much.
Try to cool down a bit more on your tires. Copy.
Sainz down to 82% on his tyres.
Copy.
So hard to break the DRS here. I don't think we're going to be able to do it to Sainz. I feel like I'm going to attack on this set of tyres though. Let's see if he can live with the pace. And we can always go for an undercut here. Ali, thanks for the follow. And if you are jumping into the stream, you haven't already, do smash that like button. It really does help me out. Super appreciated. Yeah, 5 seconds off the top 6 here. Sainz then got a better opportunity to get past Franco this time. On the inside, Franco again though doesn't want to give this P7 up. He wants it. Hulkenberg still sniffing about with Yuki Tsunoda. Hulkenberg's on the softs though now, so he might fall away towards the end. And Maloney's got DRS on Piastri, the car ahead of him now. And Carlos Sainz finally is past Franco Colapinto. Well, I say finally, Franco is still there on the inside.
Copy.
Franco's still just about there. As they go side by side, Franco, I think, will reclaim it. He's fighting hard for this P7, is Franco. Sainz, though, might still have it. We don't want to go side by side through the castle here. Oh, we do come out of it unscathed, so they're still going, but Sainz finally has to concede. But we're losing a lot of time in this fight. Sainz's mechanical fault is getting worse. What is his mechanical fault? His mechanical fault is He's got gearbox and ERS as well. So that's not going to be good for Carlos. It's really hampering Piastri back there. Maloney is past Piastri. We'll hopefully get a replay of that. But here we go again. Carlos Sainz with another chance on Colapinto.
You are doing a good job, Alonso in front of you.
Here's the replay.
Here we go. Get that replay of Maloney on Piastri.
Closely here. The opportunity begging
Well, this is
to be
obviously
taken.
going on for a long time because we didn't even see Piastri, so we're obviously alongside him down to that left-hander. Maloney up to 12, Piastri down to P13, really struggling with his issues in that McLaren. Here comes Carlos Sainz again. He must be getting frustrated in this fight with Colapinto. He's on the inside again, but Colapinto just seems to be getting better traction out there. Sainz down to 76%. We've lost 7 seconds to the top 6, so we're not going to be finishing any higher than the top 6, unless obviously the top 6 have an incident. Here comes Carlos Sainz again, and again, Colapinto doing the business. Stays in P7. W safety car indeed. Addy Lawson always helping everyone to bring out the safety car. Yes, indeed. That was well timed for us, certainly for Maloney. And Colapinto really both benefited from it. But Maloney certainly, who's now up to P11, started P20, having a good race now, Zane. And this on Fernando Alonso. Alonso is hampered. He's got a bit of damage on that car. And there we go, into P11. Stroll, who made that early stop and has boxed again under the safety car. Really has not helped his race, is he? Down to 13th. He is on the hard tyre. Maybe he's trying to stretch him to the end as we've got another yellow flag. Yellow flags should normally mean contact with the wall in Baku.
There's a yellow flag now.
And it's Kimi Antonelli, not seeing any damage. Say he's had quite a few collisions across this season. He's just tagged the wall. He might get away with that one. Does mean we're no longer 6 seconds off this top 6. We're now 3 seconds as Kimi Antonelli falls back to P6. But yeah, not showing any damage. So it looks like Kimi's got away with that one. And this is deja vu, isn't it? Carlos Sainz all over the back of us. Tsunoda has surprised me that he's not being able to move past Hülkenberg, Sainz and ourselves, but we'll see how that continues. Maloney, I want to try and push him up now to this battle. Maloney's only 1.6 off this battle now. He's going to be under pressure, Maloney, from Alonso, though. Carlos Sainz. We've seen this before on the inside, but typically Colapinto's being able to hang out on the outside, but Sainz looks a little bit closer this time, but no. Has to settle again for P8. Gets the second stab at it here with the DRS. Comes Sainz on the inside. How far up is he? Not enough. As Hadjar's developed a mechanical fault, he's behind us down P19. Maloney is 2 seconds off this battle. He really needs to get up to the gearbox of Tsunoda so he can start to benefit from the DRS. We're thinking about an undercut here. I think the undercut's going to be hard on Sainz though, because Sainz is 71% and Hülkenberg would sacrifice a lot of the tyre life, so difficult. Maloney would get a bit of an undercut, wouldn't he? Because he's down to 72, yeah. I think Maloney will have to undercut with. Colapinto will have to stay on strategy. And we'll see who comes out on top. Hülkenberg's got an issue now. Everyone's starting to struggle with issues. And for once, it's not us with used car parts in the car. I made a very, very hard effort to make sure I did not make that mistake. And Colapinto, I believe, has got a bit of respite on this lap. The Sainz has got no DRS. Hopefully they can keep Yuki behind, because I think Yuki's the one with the pace back there. Maloney still can't get to him though, 2 seconds. Haven't got too much battery to play with. Sainz is keeping them both behind. I'm going to use a bit of battery with Franco, take advantage of this. Antonelli, did he take any tyre life out? No, he didn't, so Hulkenberg's getting past, but Hulkenberg's got an issue as well. It's more Tsunoda I want them to keep back. We've built 2 seconds here. This is working nicely. And Maloney is nearly on that battle. Been nearly with Antonelli. Has Antonelli maybe got some problem, but it's not showing? Seem to be catching him pretty quickly, but we are attacking on this tyre. Got to get this tyre to lap... Well, we haven't got to, but we're planning to get it to lap 37. It's another 11 laps. I feel we can just keep attacking on it. As I say, the deg is so low around Baku. And we're probably going to get DRS on Antonelli here. We've got 2 seconds on Hulkenberg. There is Antonelli. Has he got a end plate missing there? Yeah, no, he hasn't. He has still got his end plate. Yeah, this is not showing us any damage, and I can't visually see, unless his confidence is taking a knock, because he's been very slow the last couple of laps. Last lap, we took half a second out of him. So we're going to get some DRS
You're
here.
doing a good job. At the moment, to be
Maloney is past Sainz. Sainz has really dropped backwards now. Sainz obviously really struggling with that issue, and Maloney is through then. I believe that's into the points for P10. It is indeed. So Maloney into P10. He'll have Sainz all over him. We'll keep attacking on those sides for now. Colapinto then. DRS on Kimi Antonelli. And this is going to be job done, isn't it? Oh, Antonelli much later on the brakes though. This is what Colapinto's been doing to Sainz. Roles reversed here. And Tsunoda is now clear, so that's not good news. Still 2.5 seconds ahead of him. Here comes Franco again. Can he make the move here on Kimi Antonelli? Yes, he can. Can Kimi come back to him, though, through here? This is what we saw with Sainz battling away. But I think Colapinto gets it done. He does. This battle's probably going to carry on. But yeah, Antonelli obviously struggling a little bit since clipping the wall. And Colapinto is up to P6. Great work from Franco. Maloney's up to P10. He's cleared the DRS now of Sainz. So yeah, that issue has just put his race to bed, I think. Stroll is about to get past him. That's not great because Stroll will play on Maloney potentially. Maloney, what do we say? Lap 34, lap 37 for Colapinto. So double points might be on the horizon here for us. This is working well. Kimi Antonelli, of course, is going to have DRS. I don't think we're really fighting them. Yeah, I don't think we're really fighting Antonelli or Tsunoda. Although I've been saying that all race about Tsunoda. We're now 28 laps in and he still hasn't got past us. But I think it's just he's been struggling not getting clear air. And he's still not clear of Hulkenberg in the distance. Here comes Antonelli then. Not making the move there. Norris has got a mechanical fault. And we're 1.2 seconds off Norris. What is going on here? We're 11 seconds off the lead of the race. I'm not for 1 minute suggesting we're about to win this race. But yeah, Norris has lost 8 seconds to the top 4, and we're going to be in the DRS of Norris here. Here's Kimi Antonelli about to get that position back, though. We should have enough to keep him behind. We do. Colapinto has got into a rhythm here, and he's in P6. He's got DRS on Norris, who's now got a mechanical issue. And that mechanical issue is a gearbox issue, down to 21%. I think a lot of cars are using warm parts here, and we could be taking advantage of this in this second half of the race. Maloney hasn't been able to shake that. Pesky Lance Stroll, though, is all over him. Which is a bit frustrating. But there we go. Is Stroll going to try and hang it out for the rest of the race? I think he is, you know, 76%. I think Stroll trying to stay out on those hards now to the rest, till the end of the race. So let's see if that works for him. He'll be very slow. Final 10 laps of this race. But Maloney, Colapinto, sorry, all over the back of that McLaren now. Antonelli nearly losing the DRS here. Colapinto, we don't really want to be getting the move done here because, yes, it's a good move, but you're just going to give the DRS to Lando Norris. And he's going to get a nice tow here as well. So, good move, Franco. but probably not the wisest thing to do, because Norris got a great chance coming straight back at us, but at the moment that is actually P5 for us. But here comes Lando with that DRS. Antonelli did get DRS as well, but we're going to keep Lando behind for now. Colapinto 68%. He's having a great race, is Franco. Alonso is back into the pits. Have we got anyone else due a pit stop soon? Not really, I'd suggest, for the next few laps.
At the moment we are P9 in front of
Maloney has passed
Tsunoda.
Hulkenberg. So Hulkenberg's starting to go backwards now as well. Maloney into P9. That's from a long way back. Maloney, lots of confidence through to P9. What's he on the soft tyre? Hulkenberg, but he's got an issue as well. He's coming back at Maloney here. Maloney should be able to hold on to that. Next up the road for Maloney is Tsunoda, and then he's not too far off again his teammate. And the battles that Franco is having, which is currently
Try to recover your
P5.
rhythm that was looking fine.
Well, this didn't look like really early on, did it? But suddenly we found pace here in this middle stint. If only there was a couple of retirements ahead of us, we could be fighting for a podium here, but I don't think we're going to find 8 seconds on the leaders. But if we can hold on to P5, that would be a magnificent result for us. It's looking quite good at this phase, but it didn't in the first phase, so things can change quickly. Maloney, lap 34. Keep reminding myself just to make sure I haven't completely dropped Hulkenberg there. And Norris is going to hold on to that DRS. And we can't quite break the DRS. Charles Leclerc is into the pits for Ferrari. He's going for an undercut then to try and get the lead of this race. Any problem coming in so early after a safety car is the traffic he might come out against. As you can see, he's tumbling down the order there, Leclerc. Undercut will work if you get clean air. I'm not sure where he's going to come out. Right, Norris has DRS on us. I think he's too far back though. I say. Yes, he was just about too far back. So Charles came out behind Stroll. And as I say, the problem is he's not just behind Stroll, he's behind Stroll, Hulkenberg and Maloney. So Leclerc got work to do there, I'd imagine. Hulkenberg is challenging Maloney. Hulkenberg on 44%.
Stroll behind.
Right, let's just attack with Maloney.
Your race now.
And we'll get him in for that undercut. As Hulkenberg's going to squeeze past. We'll get him back on the DRS straight though. Nearly broken the DRS here to Lando. We use a bit of battery here. It is up to 1.2. Colapinto is going to get a bit of a rest here. Lap 30 of 51, 21 to go. Colapinto has momentarily at least broken the DRS to Lando Norris. Going to use some battery coming out of here. He will get a nice tow, but it's 1.5 as is. Here comes Maloney. He's going to try and do what his teammate done. The problem is, as we say, it opens up the DRS to everyone else. Leclerc has got past Stroll. He's now on to Hulkenberg. And then he has to get past Maloney, but Leclerc losing time, I feel, here. Colapinto is into P4. That's because Leclerc pits, didn't he, earlier? I wonder why we're suddenly in P4, but that'll be why. Antonelli's cleared Norris.
Everything is ready.
Oh, Leclerc needs to get that done, and that's bold and good work from Leclerc if he can hold on to it. Maloney. Yeah, I think Leclerc will get the DRS, so this should be Leclerc done and through. Maloney can try and stay with him across this lap to get the DRS. That could help him pull away from Stroll and Hulkenberg. Stroll, 69%. Yes, Stroll's definitely going to the end.
Stroll behind.
Colapinto remains 2 seconds ahead of Antonelli, who's now ahead of Norris.
Do your best, man.
Yeah, let's try and stay with Leclerc if we can. Maloney, can he stay with him? He's losing a bit of time there. I don't think we're going to stay with him for the DRS, are we? No, we're not. What is the pit loss? Is 20.
At the moment, we
38.
are P9.
Yeah, problem right now is we're coming out behind Behrman, Ocon and Doohan, so we need to clear those cars. They should be in soon. Problem is Hulkenberg's going to come in for an undercut. We want to get the undercut, but it wouldn't be worth it right now. So we're going to get stuck behind Doohan and Ocon. So we need to continue as is. Russell is into the pits. Colapinto, Antonelli coming back at us. Antonelli maybe gaining a bit of confidence back in that Mercedes. And now Yeli Perez, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. And Maloney has got Lance Stroll all over him here. Leclerc has just about jumped Russell by the looks of it. Yes, he has. Maloney stays ahead of Stroll. Hulkenberg doesn't pit. That's good because he's dropped back on this battle. So what did I say the pit loss was here? It is 19 seconds. That would be about 38. Yeah, we're nearly cleared Doohan and Ocon. Feel we can come in this lap. I think we can come in this lap and just about clear Doohan and Ocon.
Box
this lap.
It's going to be tight. But I feel we can do it just about. They are on 30. They might even be coming in at the end of this lap anyway. Lap 37, isn't it, for Colapinto? So he's still working his way to that. Piastri's issue getting even worse. Push on fuel. We've been pushing on fuel. We're fully on fuel, laddie. We cannot push no more. Right, Maloney is going to be in then. Verstappen into the pits. Now, it's going to be critical in terms of Ocon and Doohan here. We should be 3 seconds or so, 3 or 4 seconds behind Behrman. Gives us enough gap, clean air to get the tyres up to temp and then pass him quite easily on those hards. And here comes Maloney then.
I'm in the pit lane.
So we're looking at Ocon and Doohan. Hopefully they peel into the pits themselves. Hulkenberg pits as well, so that's covered him off from getting the undercut. So yeah, just look out for Ocon and Doohan. Do keep an eye on my fuel chat so I don't forget about that. 2.5, we like that. Doohan and Ocon in. Beautiful stuff there. There's Ollie Behrman, who actually we're a lot closer to than we thought.
At the moment, we are P14.
And we've just stayed out ahead of Ollie Behrman, so that's worked even better. And then we've got 3.5 seconds to Albon. So good work there.
Behind is
He's not going to lose any time, Maloney.
Hulkenberg is 4.
Look at this. Oh, not the greatest angle, but he knew he had to get Behrman and was aggressive on the inside to keep him behind. Behrman on the hards. So Albon will pit. I think everyone apart from Stroll will probably pit ahead of us here. Maybe Piastri won't. Obviously not accounting for the leaders. Alright, Colapinto is riding high in P2. Because obviously the leaders have stopped. Verstappen, Leclerc and Russell. Just Hamilton yet to pit. Perry, this is F1 Manager 2024. And if you're jumping in the stream, you haven't already, make sure to press, smash, do whatever you like. Click, tap that like button. Really helps me out. And Hamilton finally pits. So we're going to see a monumental moment here as Franco Colapinto comes over the start-finish line. He's going to pass Lewis Hamilton in the pits. And Franco Colapinto leads a race. Not on merit, of course, in terms of where we are currently in the race, because we're yet to make our second stop. But it's nice to see, isn't it? Franco Colapinto, in his Maserati, is leading this race in Baku. We'll take a safety car right now, please. But no, great to see. And he's going to be in another 3 laps, is Franco. Maloney, as Bortoletto jumps into the pits, he's already on to Alex Albon, who's not stopped. So Maloney's going to have to make short work of that. I think Antonelli is probably going to get back past Colapinto now. Antonelli's found his form again in this race. I think literally because he hit the wall, he lost the driver confidence that you have in the game.
Tires would be fine. Copy.
Oh, this is not good for Maloney. Losing a lot of time here with Piastri and Albon squabbling. Colapinto's going to have Antonelli all over him. Oh, God. Come on, Maloney. You need to get Piastri here. Needs to get Piastri into this corner here. So he has DRS on Albon. Then he'll have both of them done before T1. And that's what we need to do, Zane. And that is good work. Force Piastri out a little bit wide. The only problem here is we don't get DRS. As Lando Norris is into the pits.
You're doing a good job.
Need to get that done. Hopefully he can keep Piastri behind. Get a toe. And then he'll get Albon. Not in this DRS zone, but maybe the next one. And here we go. As I say, Antonelli, I think he literally lost his driver confidence. So, as we see here, driver confidence very high. The higher it is, you get a buff on your statistics. So I think when Antonelli tapped the wall, he had no damage, but I think he would have gone to very low confidence, and that's why he was going slow. But now he's put in a few good laps. He's done some overtakes. His confidence will be back up. And that's why we're seeing Antonelli come back at Colapinto. So we've not really got the pace to fight with Antonelli. But we're still on for a good haul of points here if we can keep it all together. Maloney has got that move done on Alex Albon. Hopefully get a replay of that. And now Maloney can push on.
P9.
He's now up to P9. This is definitely looking like double points for us. Where is Stroll? We need to have a look at where Stroll is now, don't we? There we go. Good move from Maloney. So let's have a look. So Stroll, we're 12 seconds off Stroll. I think that's easily doable. If Stroll, either way, I think we're going to get Stroll here.
Down a bit more on your tires.
So it looks like P8.
Yep.
What's Tsunoda saying? He's still out. Tsunoda's dropped well, he's 5 seconds off us. So I don't know, what are we on for here? P7 and P6 and P8 maybe? P6 and P8 I think we might be on for here. Maloney 10 seconds. Right, let's push Colapinto in for his stop here, as he's got 2 Mercedes all over him. Addy, Colapinto in free air overcut. Potentially, I think the risk is his teammate really now, because his teammate's closing in and getting the undercut on him. So we just need to be mindful of that, really. There's 22 seconds. But also an undercut on Antonelli might not be a bad thing. So I think we stick to what we're doing. As Antonelli squeezes past. I think we get him in next lap. I think we get Franco in next lap. Should cover off his teammate. And then he'll need to hunt down Stroll. And then he'll get an undercut on Antonelli. No Tsunoda's behind him. He'll be coming in before Tsunoda. So hopefully he can maintain position on Tsunoda later on in this race as well. Let's forward on then till that pit stop. Because Colapinto's now amongst cars that he's not really racing, because it's all the leaders coming through. Maloney's taken another 3 seconds out of Stroll, so that is going to be easily done. And as I say, Colapinto in amongst these leaders now, and he's going to come in at the end of this lap. 15 laps to go. Looking like a double points finish. I've got to say, what a drive from Maloney. He started P20, don't forget. Had no pace in qualifying, but he certainly found it in the race. Haley, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. All right, Colapinto is going to be jumping into the pits then. Antonelli stays out. That's good. And Yuki stays out as well. So is Maloney going to jump his teammate here? We'll ask him to get out of the way if he does, because Colapinto's going to have a good advantage on tyres here. And we've had, not the greatest to stop that one, but we've had clean pit stops all the way through here. Where is Maloney? There he is. And we're going to ask him not to fight his teammate here. We've got a yellow flag. No, safety car. At the complete wrong moment there. As Kimi Antonelli
Something's happened.
is going to benefit from that. It's Jack Doohan.
Now we're through the last turn.
And Lance Stroll can take advantage of this as well. Is this the same thing?
Clear
Same thing what
contact there.
Lawson
Well, they
done.
may have been keen to leave their mark.
Trying to go
but I
side
think
by
that
side,
was a
clips the
little too
wall.
literal. Don't
Oh,
you?
why was that not a lap earlier? Why was that not a lap earlier? It's a red flag. They've red flagged it. And that's even worse for us. Because it means Stroll doesn't even need to pit now. Oh, no. Oh, Doohan. Jack getting back on Colapinto. Exactly.
As for the team back
Exactly,
in the garage,
Addy. Jack Doohan's had the last laugh on Franco there. And if that red flag was a lap earlier, Colapinto would have started the restart, what, P3, P4. Instead, we're 8th and 9th. And everyone's going to be on nice, sticky tyres now. So Colapinto will keep on that. And get a little bit of fresher tyres on Maloney. And Tsunoda jumps us, Stroll jumps us, and Antonelli and Colapinto. Bill should get double points.
all drivers have taken their positions again. Once more, they're
Oh,
ready
that's
to
unlucky.
race. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Try to minimize the gap to the car in front.
All right, let's go. Let's see what we can do. Final 11 laps then. And we'll let our two drivers fight. As Maloney having a look at Tsunoda. Oh, that's really unlucky timing. Bad timing for us. We took advantage of the first one though, so we can't have it all our own way. Max unlucky doing well. Yeah, unlucky on that one, definitely. Colapinto is into P6. What happened there? Franco
But this is what happened.
has got a double done there.
Now look, here we head into turn 2. The gap opens up for them.
Franco got past Yuki, and then he's past Antonelli, was it? No, he's not quite got it done on Antonelli. He's right side by side with Antonelli again. Maloney's past Yuki as well. So here we go. We're up to 6th and 8th. Let's have a look at tyres, actually. Yeah, everyone on the softs, apart from Bortoletto, on the mediums. And I think you can pretty much attack all the way here. Yeah, you can attack. You can get away with attacking all the way to the end here. So tyres are not really going to come into it.
At the moment, they are going well.
Colapinto showing levels. Here's Maloney's got past Antonelli as
We should be
well.
able to take a look here.
We're firing on all
we're
cylinders on
watching
this
the action
restart. Here comes Zane
closely
Maloney.
It's
Quite
certainly
timid through there,
inviting.
but gets his elbows out. And he's through. We're up to 6th and 7th. And now it's our nemesis, Lance Stroll, who we're nearly getting a little love tap on the gearbox too. And a monster past Stroll, I don't think we can compete with this top 4. So it's whether we try to top up the battery and just save it now for the final few laps. Here we go, getting the slipstream, actually getting out of the slipstream. Now we're looking at the inside of Lance Stroll. Maloney is about a second behind us, needs to catch up because the DRS is now going to be enabled. There we have it. Maloney is within the DRS. Colapinto can't make the move on Stroll. But we'll have another go and we'll have DRS this time round. 10 to go. Colapinto has a look then at Lance Stroll. Can he make this work? Yes, he can. Colapinto into P5 then, is he? Stroll fighting it back. And we're into P5. Want to ease off that battery a bit. I think we're basically fighting for 5th downwards here. We're not going to catch the top 4. But we have got Maloney in there, so we've got 2 drivers. So we've got a bit of an advantage in that scenario. How has Stroll snuck his way into 5th? Yeah, I don't know. He's 2 stopped before that and put on some fresh tyres. It's going long on that hard stint actually worked for him. He stopped under that first safety car, put the hards on, and yeah, he's been a real winner from that. All right, Stroll really pushing them. So I think Stroll will get back past us here, but we just need to keep in the DRS of Stroll, keep battling. What we don't want is Stroll to get away from us here. And he shouldn't be. Ate, hello, buddy. Yanni, I love your driver pairing. Thanks, buddy. All right, let's top up.
Do your best.
Alonso is ahead of Antonelli, and he's holding him up a bit there, which is nice. Antonelli's going to get through on him, though. A bit like Stroll in real life, no one knows how he's been Alonso in the Drivers' Championship. No, exactly. Yeah, we're fighting for P5. I want to just top up this battery. Maloney's actually losing a little bit of pace to them.
Overtake available.
Let's keep him on that. Yeah, Maloney struggling to keep pace. Is Colapinto going to make the move here? Hamilton sets a fast lap of the race. Russell leads. There's six tenths between the top four as Colapinto fighting Stroll again here. Stroll hangs on. Maloney's using a lot of battery. Maloney's struggling to stay with them. Maloney's struggling with the pace here. I'm thinking Cali live today, and yes, sorry my English. No, all good, Ati, all good, buddy. A yellow flag. Was that behind us there? Antonelli? I was looking at chat, and Antonelli
I'm not quite sure
has
what's
gone.
happened there.
I think it was seen in the background for you BDI viewers, but I glanced at chat, I heard a bang.
Contact with the wall.
Oh, and there he goes. Antonelli
will have taken a knock.
has locked up straight into the barriers, and I don't think Kimi is a threat to us now. I think that's just a virtual. Antonelli has binned it. And Baku never fails to disappoint.
Now this was at turn 3.
Here we go, another replay of it. Just a big lockup.
And
Oh, straight
contact.
into the barrier. I have to go. See you next time, mate. No worries, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Right. Let's forward on then. So Antonelli is not a threat. Mario, thanks for the follow. Michelle, thanks for the follow. Well, let's get this back underway. Hulkenberg's mechanical fault getting worse. We are in. If we keep this all together here, we're in for a great haul of points again.
Okay, to close the gap now.
The flying fin. Yes, indeed, Ati. The flying fin. Right. DRS enabled straight away because it's virtual. So Lance Stroll will benefit from that. Hulkenberg. I really want Hulkenberg to hold on. I think Sauber or Haas. Sauber and Haas yet to score. Is it Sauber and Haas? Or is it Alpine and one of it? I can't remember. But tell you what, we'll soon find out, won't we? So yeah, currently Sauber and Haas are yet to score. So Hulkenberg, if he can hold on for that point, be the first point for Sauber as Colapinto holds on himself for P5 here. 6 to go. It's 5th and 7th. Stroll is in a Maserati sandwich at the moment. And he's got his teammate Alonso behind. Alonso's done well himself, struggling after that incident where he crashed early on in the race. He's somehow recovered to P8, even with damage. 3 retirees, Antonelli, Doohan, Lawson. Lots of mechanical issues down here. And Bortoletto in the other Sauber is now into P10. And it's Russell that leads, but again, it's 1.1 seconds from Russell down to Verstappen in 4th, and they're all on similar tyre life. Alonso is holding up Tsunoda, which is good, and he's losing the DRS, but Tsunoda will probably be past us very quickly.
Okay, mode charge. Copy.
I really what I need Maloney to do is get past Stroll, and then we'll just hold Stroll up and break the DRS of Colapinto. It might sacrifice Maloney's positioning, but it'll mean a guaranteed P5, hopefully.
No problem, no problem.
And Stroll has lost 1.4 there to Franco Colapinto. And here comes Maloney.
Tires update.
All over Stroll. This is a good opportunity then to do just that, because Stroll has lost 2 seconds to Colapinto. He's gone down the road. Here comes Zane Maloney then. Jumps into the slipstream, jumps back out. DRS assisted. Can he make this move on Lance Stroll? On the inside, he can indeed. And we're going to deploy through this next DRS zone, try and keep Stroll behind us, and then we're going to slow him up in the middle part of the lap. Allow Colapinto to get 3 or 4 seconds. And that could be crucial for Colapinto to try and secure a P5 here, which would be massive for us. Stroll, it's what we don't want, him getting through there. And he doesn't, so let's go to top up.
More charge.
He should be able to keep Stroll behind during this part of the lap. There we go, Colapinto, the gap up to 2.5. 2.6. 2.7, this is good work. Our young talent drivers, Franco and Zane. Yes, indeed. T, thanks for the follow. Yeah, fuel should be good till the end of the race, but do keep an eye on it, chap. I think we'll be in surplus there. Another crashing coming. You could get a podium. Yes, they're very close to top 4. Why don't they all take each other out? We'll go for the win. I'll take that. Right, Maloney is topping up, but that's not doing a great job, is it? He's going to fall behind Stroll here. But Colapinto is gradually edging out that gap. It's now to 3 seconds. And this is working very well for Franco Colapinto. Maloney keeping Stroll behind. He's going to get past him here. Hopefully Maloney can come back to him in the next DRS. And now Maloney can go straight back to attack. And he actually keeps Stroll behind there. Stroll's going to get a second helping of DRS though. Inyaka, thanks for the follow. And here we go. A bit of a DRS train forming behind us then. Stroll, Tsunoda, Alonso. Right, Maloney now needs to come back to keep a Stroll and get him on the next DRS. Colapinto, 2.8 seconds. Just monitor Maloney's gap to Stroll. We want to keep that within the DRS. Stroll is quickly closing that gap though, isn't he? Stroll is trying to bolt.
Use overtake.
Wow, Stroll is absolutely rinsing that pace now. He just took a second out of Colapinto. Yeah, took a second out of Colapinto there. That is quite worrying. But Stroll, nearly in half a lap, has closed within the DRS. Hopefully he's just using a lot of battery that he's got, but that is a little bit worrying, because Colapinto is looking comfortable. And again, we're going to need Maloney then to try and get this done. Because Stroll, if he gets through this next DRS zone ahead, he's going to be in the DRS by the end of this lap, because his pace, he's absolutely flying for some reason.
Keep focus on your race now.
So we need Maloney past him. He's not going to do it. And there we go. Stroll into the DRS of Colapinto. And this is exactly what we didn't want. With 4 laps to go. Stroll has got to the DRS of Franco.
Mode charge.
We thought Franco was going to have a nice, easy end to this race. But Lance Stroll, the almighty GOAT Lance Stroll, P6. And he's pushing hard. 1,000 likes, thanks, Ati. So yeah, Stroll is certainly going to be having a good opportunity to pass Colapinto here. I've got 2 seconds on Tsunoda at the moment though. Tsunoda's pace has been disappointing for him, not for us. Abby, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Crazy Kai, hello buddy.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Maloney's lost the DRS. This is suddenly not going too well for us.
No overtake now.
I'm hoping just Stroll is blitzing all of his battery here. because he's literally got a rocket up his you-know-what. He's absolutely flying. Evan, thanks for the follow. Right, Lord Stroll is coming past us on the inside. But Colapinto, he's loved that move all day. Did it to Carlos Sainz, lap in, lap out. And with 3 laps to go, he's done it again. And we just got to hope that Stroll is really blitzing the battery, as I said. Maloney is going to be caught by Tsunoda shortly. So Maloney's going to have a struggle on. Now, Alonso's got a mechanical fault along with his damage now.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
We've got a crash. That's not ahead of us, though. No, Haas and Hadjar, because Lawson out of the race, of course. And just a little love tap. Nothing too serious in that. Oh my god, clean move for Stroll. I know, it's a rarity, isn't it? We're going to get a bit of a DRS train at the back end of this race. Alright, let's just top up through here. Don't think there'll be any penalties involved there. Alright, here we go again then. Stroll on Colapinto. 3 laps to go. Shortly to be 2 as Leclerc crosses the line. There we go, Lance Stroll all over Colapinto. Tsunoda is all over Maloney as well. Maloney couldn't quite get the DRS on Stroll. So that's not ideal for Maloney. Colapinto holds on though. Doesn't look like Maloney does though. Maloney's trying it on the outside though. Does hold on. Maloney can't get to the DRS though of Stroll. He needs that to protect himself from Tsunoda. So both Stroll and Tsunoda are going to have a go on our drivers here. First of all, Stroll on the inside. Tsunoda looks a little bit further alongside Maloney. Yes, and Tsunoda is going to get that done. Can Maloney fight back through this right-hander? Yes, he can. Come on, Maloney. Try and stay in it.
He's 2 seconds from you. Try to recover your previous read.
It's going to have to just settle in there. Right, Colapinto will top up through here again. Same again. Actually, Stroll has lost time here. This is the time to attack. Stroll had just lost some time there. If we can break the DRS. Come on, Franco. Maloney needs to hold on to the DRS there. Vital that Maloney holds on to the DRS. Colapinto is pushing. Colapinto's broken the DRS to Stroll. Leclerc starts the final lap. Tsunoda is all over Stroll. Maloney should get DRS. He's a little bit further back though, is Maloney. I'm not sure what Maloney can do. It might be P8 for Zane Maloney here. But Colapinto now has a brilliant chance to achieve P5. Because Stroll is not going to get DRS. He holds off Tsunoda. Colapinto can continue to push. It's 1.6 now to Stroll. I think Stroll did use his battery, and that battery has gone. Maloney has DRS. Stroll doesn't. Stroll's got slipstream on Yuki. Can Maloney send it? Come on. Come on, Zane. Zane Maloney is going to send it. And he is through on...
Keep focus on our race.
Lance Stroll. It's P7. Colapinto continues to use his battery. 1.8 just needs to survive that long straight. Can Maloney get to Yuki Tsunoda here?
Full overtake available.
Not going to have much battery on that start-finish straight though, are we? Tsunoda, we just don't want Tsunoda to get DRS on Colapinto here. Maloney might not even get DRS on Tsunoda. Tsunoda pushing away, although he looks to have lost a bit of time there, Tsunoda. Through the castle section. Tsunoda has nearly got a second. Yeah, I think Tsunoda's going to survive. Battery has gone for Colapinto. Should be alright though, because I don't think Yuki's going to get DRS, is he? Oh, is Yuki going to get DRS? We're going so slow. What's happened? Yuki's flying. We're going to lose this, chat. We're going to lose this on the line. We're going to lose this on the line. Because Yuki out of nowhere.
That's Leclerc.
Oh, Yuki's going to get us on the line. No, Yuki Tsunoda claims P5 of us. Where did that pace come from Yuki? He saved all his battery for that last lap by the looks of it. Yuki Tsunoda absolutely flying. Where did that come from Yuki Tsunoda? But nonetheless, it's disappointing that we just jumped for P5, but it is a great double points finish. P6 for Colapinto and P7 for Maloney. At least it was Tsunoda beating us and not Lance Stroll. We do keep Stroll bogged down in P8. Yeah, Colapinto, so unlucky there. I pushed him that whole last lap because I thought, you know, he was just pushing, getting 2 seconds. But Tsunoda, within that last third of the lap, closed 1.7 to overtake. And Yuki claims P5, but it's P6 for Colapinto, P7 for Maloney.
Well, that's another race all finished.
Not sure why we're looking at Isaac Hadjar there, but there you go. A full classification then. It's a Ferrari that wins it. Charles Leclerc very close from Russell. Looks like he might have got Russell on the line, or Russell was very close to him. Hamilton third, Max Verstappen fourth. Yuki Tsunoda up 16 places to P5. Colapinto up 4 to P6. But look at this, Zane Maloney started P20, up 13 to 7th. Lance Stroll up 3 to 8th. Fernando Alonso 9th. And Albon up 12th to 10th. So no, the Sauber didn't get in then to claim a point. No, Bortoleto missed out. But it shows you what a topsy-turvy race, an instant pack race it was by how many places have been gained up and down the grid there. What has that done to the Drivers' Championship? You had so much fuel to push. I know, but I couldn't push it anymore. We were on maximum fuel, Addy. It's just It's just because we had safety cars, virtual, red flag. There was so much fuel in the car. Drivers' Championship then, what has that done? It's a good day really from Russell because his closest competitors in terms of Hamilton and Verstappen, he scores more points than them. So his gap is now 32 points the lead over Hamilton. Verstappen third, Leclerc fourth, brings himself back in contention. Perhaps he's what, 53 points off there? So yeah, still a chance with I think 6 races to go, but George Russell looks like he might become world champion this year. No worries, Atty. See you next time, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Oscar Piastri, Lando, and Norris 5th and 6th for McLaren. Antonelli crashed out. He's in 7th. Long way off his teammate. Yuki Tsunoda, as we saw, flying down the straight there. P8. Alonso's P9 in the championship. Zane Maloney stays P10, but Franco Colapinto is now up to P11 and just 9 points off his teammate. So very closely matched between our two drivers, dropping Albon down to 12th, and then Stroll, Gasly, and Sainz, the only other point scorers this year. And the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari getting close now, aren't they? Looks like it's going to be their Constructors' Championship, mainly down to Antonelli not being able to match George Russell. So Mercedes second. McLaren scored no points this weekend. That opens the door for Red Bull to challenge them for third. Red Bull might even have a chance of second. So a good chance there. Aston Martin remaining fifth. We're now just 4 points behind them. So we may be able to challenge for fifth in the championship this year. Williams stays 7th. Alpine 8th. RB 9th. Sauber and Haas yet to score. All right, mate, have a good weekend. Glory, glory, Man United. No worries, Addy. Yeah, enjoy your weekend. Hopefully a Man United victory, but maybe not so in the league. But yeah, fingers crossed for, 10 days' time. But we'll speak about that on the next streams, I'm sure. For next season, save Jack from Alpine. And then fire him after 6 races. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Did we do any quick pit stops? We didn't. Do we remain in 10th? We do. So we will do our objectives there with the contract. So that's good to see. But that will bring this one to a close. As always, if you're a regular, as I see in the chat, Addy, you viewed, Max as well in there, and a few on TikTok. You know that we stream this every Tuesday and Friday. But if you're new here, you won't know that. So if you want to continue watching these streams, do follow or subscribe on the relevant platform. And as I say, we stream this series every Tuesday and Friday. But if you want to see all of the action in between and the highlights, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you can do that straight away. Check out the Maserati playlist. If you're on TikTok or Twitch, head to my profile in the bio. There is the YouTube link. Head over to that, subscribe, and you can find this Maserati series over there. Before I go, make sure to smash that like button. And of course, I wish you a very good weekend. Thanks for all the support.